What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C4 here today, bringing you one of my, if I was able to live stream when we're just over a month away until I can start to live stream again. Yay. I'm just trying to, like I said, this is the last day on my calendar for my upload schedule. I didn't have a video, and I was like, man, what the fuck should I do? Well, if I could live stream, I would live stream a video. And if you guys caught any of my earlier live streams before we jumped into legendary rosters, we're just trying to do creative-ish, themed, connected franchise modes where essentially it's in the same basis of how I originally did the franchise modes, which is Super Sim, most of it. I play the divisional rivals, and then we see where we're at. And today we've already done veterans / legends, of current game, like Larry Fitzgerald, Tom Brady, guys like that. We did rookies, and all rookie team that didn't work out so hot. Today is one of the more requested videos you guys want to see me do, and I am doing the all-bus team. So filled with players currently in the game. I didn't create anyone, because obviously, the likes like Jim Marcus Russell, Ryan Leaf, quarterbacks like that. I just can only think of quarterbacks for some reason right now. That would take a little bit too much work. So what I did, originally I was just going to do it. I just put all, the shittier players on the roster. I'm just going to do this, whatever I do, Super Sim, and see guys, they can watch me struggle with these busts and stuff like that. I was like, man, that's not really fun. I'm pretty much expected to lose. I'm going to lose all the games. So what I did was I tweaked and I juiced a lot of these players to what they would be if they weren't busts. Some of the ratings you guys made, like, oh my god, he would have been a higher rating than that. I didn't want to make it crazy. I didn't want to have a full roster full of 90s and shit like that. So basically I added 5 to 10 more points to their base stats in areas that would help with their overall. So let's take a look at the roster. We're the Cleveland Browns because, how fitting. This is the most fitting franchise to use for a series like this. Let's take a look here at the depth chart. I may have left off a couple of busts, and there's a couple guys maybe it's too early to deem them a bust, but for the most part, I think we're all right. So at the quarterback spot, we have Jimmy Clausen as the backup. He was some hot shit coming in Notre Dame. I wasn't really a big fan of him. So we just gave him a 74. But Johnny Manziel, let's be honest, if he wasn't such a partier, I'd say 82 is about where he would be. He'd be like, I think in terms of talent-wise, if things were getting a little bit better there in Cleveland, I think he'd be a shade below the Mariottas and the Winstons, especially Mariota, the comparison, just because of the similar play style, the very mobile quarterback with some decent passing skills. Obviously, Manziel's a little bit smaller, the size thing he may not have been able to overcome, but I definitely compare Manziel more to a Mariota than more so Drew Brees, who a lot of people like to compare Johnny Manziel to because of the size. So I think 82 is probably, if Manziel wasn't a bust, where he'd be here in year number 3. Look at the running backs. Trent Richardson, 84 overall. And we have Toby Garrett, 81 overall. There's a couple other bust running backs, but these are the two big ones. Obviously, because Trent Richardson, rookie year. I think can we check out stats on this? Let's do roster, because then we actually check out the stats. His rookie year with the Cleveland Browns, his yards per carry and all that stuff was pretty shit, but he had a bunch of touchdowns. So people were like, man, this guy is going to be the next big power back to dominate the league. Let's see here. Stats and contracts. What did he do his first year? Look at that. 950 yards, 11 rushing touchdowns as a rookie. That's not bad at all. 3.6 yards per carry is not amazing, but that's not horrible. I mean, you look at that is a future franchise running back as a rookie, and the fact that he dropped off, I'd say about now, because he wasn't the biggest, fastest back, he's pretty much as is. He'd be around at 84. And then Toby Gerhardt, I was a huge fan of him at Stanford. I thought he was, I still can't believe he got robbed of his Heisman Trophy. He deserved it day and night much more than Mark Ingram, who was on Alabama at the time, won it. I still can't believe Toby Gerhardt got robbed there. Every year around Heisman time, I bitch about that on Twitter. But these two guys definitely could be considered the two bigger busts, I would say, at the running back position. We don't really have a fullback. Wide receiver, we got plenty. We'll start at the bottom. We left Corey Coleman on the roster, whatever. So we got Nelson Aguilar, 78 overall. This is where I feel he would be 1 year removed. This may be more me, as an Eagle fan, deeming him a bust already. Still, he looked a little bit better after he got benched this season. I definitely would say the bust tag is still looming over Nelson Aguilar's head. But for the most part, he definitely warrants a spot on this roster, I believe. But maybe all's not, said and done on him being a bust forever. Michael Floyd's another one. He's had some, let's look at his stats here. I think he's had a couple solid seasons, but coming out of Notre Dame, he was regarded as one of the best wide receiver prospects coming into the NFL. He was a first-round grade, first-round pick as well. He has, 65 receptions, 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns, 800. Like, he's been floundering. I think that bust is different. Obviously, there's guys that have straight up, like, look at this, Justin Blackmon, for example, even Josh Gordon. But I think Michael Floyd, he's never lived up to expectations, so not so much the biggest in terms of bust, but looking at other wide receivers that have come slightly before and well after him, he could definitely be compared as a bust to those guys. Then we got Josh Gordon, was not necessarily a bust coming out of college, but a bust in terms of his NFL career. He just cannot stay on the field. The talent is there, but everyone knows the story of Josh Gordon has been told tens and thousands of times. But definitely there's a spot on this roster. Cordell Patterson, first-round pick for the Minnesota Vikings. You definitely don't burn a first-round pick on a guy that's pretty much been special teams player. So he's definitely a bust. I don't think he's had more than... He had a solid rookie season because I remember I used him in my fantasy league. First year we decided to implement keepers. I was like, all right, limited carries. This guy here was definitely a playmaker. 4 touchdowns, 469 yards. I kept him and then literally did shit all. And this year, he's had a couple bright spots this season. I think for the most part, you're not going to find too many Vikings fans that don't think they haven't got the most out of Patterson, and probably hoping that Laquan Treadwell doesn't turn into the next, guy that you can add on the list of busts that Minnesota Vikings have drafted at wide receiver. And the number one for me in this year's game, or that's still in the game, is Justin Blackmon of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I remember at Oklahoma State, people said that he was, better than Dez Bryant. He's going to be the next greatest wide receiver. And hell, man, I remember he had a span of, I think he got suspended his opening season. And, he did that, 865 yards, 5 touchdowns. He only played half the season. If he would have played a full season, it would have been incredible. But then I'm not sure if he's a weed guy or what his off-the-field issues were. But, I mean, he looked really good in college. I thought he was, almost a for sure thing. But that's why you do the meetings. You do all this extra scouting, not just looking at the tape. That find out if a guy's a head case or not. But we'll be trying to give him some sort of redemption here in this transfer mode. So no, elite wide receiver, I guess, outside of Blackmon. But there's lots of guys here that should help us have a solid season. Tight end went Austin Seferian-Jenkins. He was regarded as the next greatest tight end prospect at the University of Washington. Was he a first-round pick? I think he might have been a second-round pick from the Bucs. Obviously, this year he had the medical... not medical marijuana. What was it? No, he was the DUI. It was all over the place. He was like, man, I need to piss or something like that. I didn't use the bathroom. Remember I watched the DUI tapes when they came in. We're not pretty. So I mean, just on the fact that he's had off-field issues and is already off his fucking drafting team, got to be labeled as a bust right now. Let's keep finding a tight end bust, to be honest with you. Maybe Pettigrew was there. Ebron. I don't think Ebron. I think he's played well enough this year they can get the tag from him. So Seferian-Jenkins is probably, for my money, the best best bust. I don't know if you can really say there's a best bust. But to use here at the tight end spot, offensive line, we'll go too in-depth. Greg Robinson was a first-round pick, has not amounted for very much on that horrible Rams offensive line. Eric Flowers is another guy. I think maybe it's too early to throw the bust tag on him, but he definitely has not lived up to expectations there as a tackle. I don't think does he even start at tackle anymore for the Giants. I don't think, just in terms of where he was drafted and where they're at now, he can be viewed as a bust, especially for his Madden rating, because we are playing Madden. But I think much like maybe Nelson Aguilar and one or two other guys on this list, it's maybe too early to deem them a bust, but they're probably looking like that. You have Bruce Campbell, 75 overall, was combine warrior, was an offensive lineman that ran a fucking 4.8 or something crazy like that, or 4.6. It was something stupid, and then the Raiders fell in love with him, but he was a bust. He's been out of the league for quite some time. Guards were tough. We're just going to have to shuffle some of these guys around. We got Cam Irving, 75 overall, was a first-round pick for the Browns. Not great. We have Peter Kahn, who I think was a second-round pick from the Atlanta Falcons. He has not been great. So both these guys could be deemed busts. Right guard, we got Jonathan Cooper from North Carolina, was a first-round pick, has bounced around. I think he's been on, 3 different teams. He was on the Cardinals, who drafted him, I think. And then he went to the Patriots in the Chandler Jones trade. And then he got cut, and now he's on the Browns. I think that's how he got there. But yeah, that's that. Right tackle, like I said, we'll basically make this offensive line out of Cooper, Cons, Irving, and the tackles. We got 3 tackles. So those are our busts on the offensive line. Now checking on the defensive side of the ball, we have Quentin Copples out of North Carolina. He's bounced around from a couple teams. He was supposed to be the next big freak. So many comparisons to Julius Peppers. Then he went to the Jets. I don't think he had a horrible rookie year. Maybe he did. We'll check this out. Again, that's not horrible. 4 sacks. Okay, it's 6.5 sacks. I guess he's just never been much more than a blitz package type player, like a gimmicky player, as opposed to an every down beast on the defensive edge. So he's definitely had a bust tag Tyson Alu was a first-round pick from the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he's never really amounted to a whole lot. Let's look at his stats here. Like, look at that. I mean, the tackle numbers are there. He's always consistently played, but it seems like he's never got past that glass ceiling of just being a solid player. Definitely never living up to that first-round tag that the Jags used on him. Then at right defensive end, we got Deion Jordan, maybe, Brian Bosworth, Tony Mandrick. He's pretty much this generation's one of those where, he had so much incredible athletic ability, found out he tested for steroids, and then I don't think he's had a fucking single snap. Let's see his stats here. Like I said, never been able to get on the field. It's one of those things you can almost for sure say that now that he's off the juice, that's what really made him such a good player at Oregon. Come on, Chip Kelly, test your players harder with all your sports science and shit. We also got Bjorn Werner, who I think was a first or second round pick for the Colts. I guess they have that included in here. I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. Awards. First round pick for I think it was the Colts. Now free agent. And then we got Marcus Smith on the Philadelphia Eagles. Can't believe we drafted this piece of shit. He's starting to look a little bit better, but I don't think he's ever going to amount much more to, best case, he could be a low-end starter. Will never live up to the first-round tag that we spent on him, but right now he's a situational pass rusher on the defensive line. Maybe if we move on from Connor Brown or something like that in free agency, he could have a bigger role carved out for him, but yeah, it's still a bust. Defensive tackle, we got Phil Taylor, former Cleveland Brown. They drafted him out of Baylor. I think he was all right for his first couple of years, but eventually they just released him, and he's bounced around. So that is a bust. And then Dominic Easley from Florida. He had a bad injury, and then I guess the performances hasn't, maybe practice. I don't know where Bill Belichick would have made the decision that he's not going to cut it out, but then they just straight up cut him, and now he's on the Rams. So maybe it's my Florida Gator bias that I don't want to give up on him. I was never actually a huge fan of Easley. He was on the same defensive line that Sheriff Floyd was, and Floyd is great. Incredible player for the Vikings right now. I was very surprised that he went and got drafted as high as he did, but he's solid. And then we get Daquan Bowers, another dude that was drafted fairly high. I think a first or second round pick, and now he's a free agent. Left side linebacker, we got Barkevious Mingo, another Cleveland Brown. Pretty much a running joke that the Browns are whiffing on their picks here. They traded him to the Patriots, but we just gave him an 83 overall. I don't know if he's a scheme fit. I don't know if he's actually a natural outside linebacker or a natural defensive end. Could be just a bad fit for the Browns defense, but he's definitely been a bust. Middle linebacker, we got Rolando McClain as the guy back in in Oakland. This guy was incredible. I thought he was going to be the next great linebacker. He had everything. Ferocity. He was, look at this. Those first two seasons, he's always had actually solid stats. It's just been the off-the-field issues, much like a Josh Gordon. But I remember watching him, I think this was the year, 2011, when he was in Oakland. He had a big-ass body slam. I was like, man, this guy is a freak. On the long list of that talented Alabama linebacking course from pretty much the whole Nick Saban era, he may be, in talent-wise, when he was in his prime, he was probably as good as C.J. Mosley. And then, kind of fell off the rails there a little bit. But in his prime, man, he was a great middle linebacker, so he'll be our guy. Then right side linebacker, we got Jarvis Jones and Sean Witherspoon. Sean Witherspoon, I'm pretty sure, was a first-round pick from the Atlanta Falcons. I don't think it's more so for him, it's the talent, because he's had some, pretty big seasons. It's been more or less the injuries, and unfortunately, injuries will still make you a bust if you cannot stay on the field. And I think that's more so the case with Witherspoon. Where someone like Jarvis Jones was one of the most hyped up linebacking prospects I've ever seen since I've been following college football and the scouting process, and he just hasn't got it going with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not exactly sure why. I don't know all I know is that he was supposed to be the guy that took over for James Harrison. He was supposed to be the guy that when James Harrison's contract came up, they could let him go into free agency. They ended up having to bring back old man Harrison when he was thinking about retiring, and now James Harrison has not let go of the right outside linebacking, we'll just say outside linebacking job that Jarvis Jones was supposed to take. So by all means, I'm not, maybe Pittsburgh Steelers fans can enlighten me with Jones. There's been injuries, what has it? But I remember out of Georgia, this guy here was supposed to be, top 5 bona fide franchise pick, and he definitely has not been that so far. Corners, there's no big names, but there's been a bunch of busts. So we'll start at the bottom. We got DJ Hayden, who had some medical issues. Was one of those guys that was probably never supposed to play football again. Was it a heart or something with his lung or something crazy like that? Not your average injury. He hasn't really ever caught on there in Oakland, so bust. We got Javier Arenas from Alabama. I remember he was supposed to be the next big nickel corner and big-time player on special teams, and he's never got it going. This guy, Jamar Taylor's just chilling. He ain't a bust. Kyle Wilson, I'm pretty sure he was a first-round pick as well from, I don't know who the fuck drafted him. Was it the Saints? I know I got him off the Saints, but who drafted him? Yeah, first-round pick, 29. I can't remember who Kyle Wilson. Was it the Patriots, maybe? Was this one of the few shitty Patriot picks? Either way, bust. D. Milner, free agent, was a first-round pick. Was supposed to be a big-time defensive back from Alabama. I remember he was, even I fell for it. He passed the eye test, if you will. Was on the Jets. Was supposed to be, the guy that gave them cover so they can move on from Darrelle Revis. Never worked out. Now he's a free agent, no longer on the Jets. So bust. And then we got P.J. Williams, again, another guy. Maybe too early to call him a bust, but the fact that he's got fairly limited playing time on a horrible Saints secondary, and they got like a free agent like Delvin Bros coming in and taking over the starting gig. Probably not what they invested in here with P.J. Williams. Was he a first-round pick? First or second-round pick? He was. Third-round pick. I don't know why I'm shitting on P.J. Williams. I don't know. Maybe I was incorrect with putting him on the roster. I don't know. Let me know, Saints fans. Has he kind of sucked? I remember he was really, really hyped out of Florida State. He was almost. Everyone said like, "Oh my God, I actually think P.J. Williams is better than Ronald Darby." Darby's been a pretty good corner for the Bills, and P.J. Williams is a depth guy on the Saints right now. So the corner's looking kind of shitty for the Super Sim, but it is what it is. Then free safety, we have Jaquan Jarrett, another Philadelphia Eagle. I'm not taking, I'm not dodging any punches here for Philadelphia Eagles. If they're a bust, they're on a bust, and if they're a bust, they're on a bust. I would have included Danny Watkins if he was still in the game. Piece of shit. I hope all you Americans and Eagle fans don't associate all Canadians with Danny Watkins. We're way better than him. But Jaquan Jarrett was a second-round pick. It was supposed to be the next Brian Dawkins. Maybe he was just a bias pick from Temple, but he never quite amounted to anything. Had a little bit more success with the Jets than he did with the Philadelphia Eagles, but definitely a bust at the end of the day. And then strong safety, we have Matt Elam from Florida. I thought he was going to be incredible. He's one of the guys I'll always stick by. I thought Matt Elam was going to be very, very good. And he has just not been. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe Raven fans can tell me why he's been so shit, but not good. But maybe one of the biggest busts, most known busts, was Taylor Mays. This guy here, combine warrior, had literally everything. 6'3", 236, was like fucking 90-some speed, like ran like a 4.2, 4.3, like big-time hitter, good special teamer. Just never could put it together. It's just like an athlete never being able to fully grasp all the concepts of playing football, especially at the next level. But he was super hyped. Big time hype. Kicker, we put on a Roberto Iguayo. Like, too early, probably deem him a bust. But the fact that they took him, second round, and he's probably missed the most field goals this season, makes him on the list. Couldn't really find a punter. So there's a couple guys. Maybe you say, hey, C4, where's this guy? Where's that guy? I'm not going to admit, or I will admit that I might have missed a couple guys. Maybe Reggie Bush could have made this. He was super hyped. But I think I did a fairly decent job. So let's see what we can do here. This is one of the longest intros I've ever done, but we had to go through each one of these players. So what we're going to do is we'll just sim and see how it goes. I think this roster's overall is going to be pretty solid. Probably should have done depth chart, though, before I sim the first game. I don't know if we're going to get a win. Oh, we beat the Eagles. All right, let's do depth chart real quick. I don't want to make this video super, super long, so actually what I'm going to do is I'll sim to the mid-season point. I'll do the approach that we did for the second half of the legendary rosters, because I don't want this video to go on to be like 3 fucking hours. So let's make sure everything is where we want it to be, especially on the offensive line. I think that's where we're going to have to do some mixing and matching. Blackman, Gordon, Cordarrelle, we'll have Aguilar, Michael Floyd, tight end Safarian Jenkins. Then we got Greg Robinson. Then we got Joe Batoni. You can't play because you're not a bust. So we'll have Jonathan Cooper in, Cameron Irving. Right guard will be Eric Flowers. And then right tackle will be Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell, the fucking guy from Ash vs. Evil Dead. Let's go. Quentin Copples will be left defensive end. Right defensive end will be Dion Jordan. Defensive tackle will go Phil Taylor, Dominic Easley. Whoa. You're an 83? Alright. Welcome to the starting lineup. With a fucking gun show. Okay, left side linebacker will Mingo. McLean, Weatherspoon, Jarvis Jones. Corners will be P.J. Williams, D. Milner. Yep, everything looks decent there. Jaquan Jarrett. Taylor Mays. Alright, let's do this. So let's sim to the mid-season point, and then we will play the divisional matchups. So I think, pretty much, I don't know if that's how the NFL scheduling worked this season, but I think the last 2 games of the year, like Week 16, Week 17, you play your divisional opponents of some sort. I don't know if every team has that, but it seems like it. I guess is a good way to do it. Makes end of season football, whether playoffs are on the line or not, still means something because you never want to lose to a divisional rival. Hope everyone had a dang Christmas. Seemed like a bunch of people on my roster videos like, yeah, I got an Xbox. Yeah, I got Madden. Download on your roster. So, good for all you spoiled motherfuckers. And I don't say that talking down to you. I wish I was spoiled. That would have been shit. I don't think I ever got like a system or anything like that for Christmas. I'm so sad. Alright, look at that. We're 5-3. Let's go. Talk about... Who gives a shit? Alright, so... Let's sim to the next week against the Ravens. We'll play. So I think we're gonna still have to play the Ravens, Steelers, and Bengals. Play the moments. Let's see what we can do, baby. So another thing, if you guys are still watching at this point, which I assume you are, I've seen more than enough people say they want to see me do my rebuilds in this style. But the whole trade-off is when I do a live comm, I just don't have to do with editing. And it's not that I'm lazy. It's just I don't have the patience. Because editing, what I have to do when I edit a video like this, for example, is I'd have to do this and then go through it again, cut out the parts I don't want. We still have my live stream, or my live voice going over it kind of thing. But then I have to render it again. So I have to render the video once from stopping this recording, and then I have to go in and edit and then render it again. And just the two renders, taking the two render times together, it's like 6 hours. That's not really 6 hours, but I go do other shit. I'm not just going to sit and wait around my computer. It just takes so much time. So, like, if I do something live, I don't want to fucking edit it. I just don't know, like, during, like, these periods where there's nothing really going on, if that's, like, the style and the way I want to do it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too picky. All right, let's see what we can do here with the Cleveland Browns. Ooh. I'm going to tell you right now, too, this is Christmas. All the videos you've been seeing I've had made for like a couple weeks right now. This is the first time I've played Madden in probably a week, maybe a week and a half. So if I'm a little bit rusty, leave me be. Alright, we'll start with that. Nice little play. Everything's feeling alright. I can't wait to scramble with Johnny. Here's Johnny. Okay. Ooh, check down Josh Gordon. I should have just put Mike Evans on the team. Everyone fails to realize that. Maybe that's why. Maybe John Manziel was never really that good. He just had Mike Evans making highlight reel catch after highlight reel catch at Texas A&M. Ooh. Hey, but doing this roster, you truly see like how bad the Browns are at drafting. Like how many of these guys are originally Browns? Like without a doubt, more of these players. Like if you took like the overall head count of what team these players, these busts played for, the Browns definitely would be leading. Eagles probably be second place, but I think that's more me being a picky Eagles fan, including this. If there was someone else that was just an unbiased fan or didn't watch football and made this, maybe they wouldn't have 3 Eagles. Like, I don't think Aguilar probably wouldn't make it. I think Marcus Smith would. Maybe not Jaquan Jarrett. Oh, that throw on the run. Oh. Yeah. With Joey Manziel, this is going to be pretty... I'm not going to say it's going to be pretty cheap, but it's going to be really, really easy. We're going to be a lot more competitive than what we would be if we had not a mobile quarterback. 'Tis the way of Madden. There we go. Dive head first. Like a fucking beer pong trick shot, motherfucker. That's a great analogy for Joey Manziel. Best believe he's been playing beer pong hardcore. Remember so many people flipped out when it was Johnny Manziel hanging out with Lamar come on, C4, how do you remember his name? He's your most popular video. Oh, touchdown! Cordarrelle Patterson. Johnny Manziel hanging out with Lamar Jackson after the Heisman Trophy ceremony. Everyone's like, oh my god, is Lamar Jackson going to be some sort of party animal? Man, I'd fucking hang out with Johnny Manziel. If I was bigger on YouTube like some of the other guys, I would straight up like offer Johnny Manziel like I guarantee you give him $500 to play Madden against you. So many people would watch that shit. That's why let me get big. I'll get these motherfuckers to come to Canada. They're like, ooh, that's an exotic experience. Oh, fuck, that was close. If I had as much money as, you know, the bigger Madden YouTubers right now, I'd have a series where I just play players, and that's the way I'd sell it to them, but they'd all secretly be busts or something like that. Like today, we play Josh Gordon. Loser takes a bong hit or something, like just to ruin his career even more, you know? And then I'd play like, you know, preseason studs for the Eagles. Excuse me. Like freaking Paul Turner. He'd play, oh, come on, defense. Paul Primetime Turner. Raheem Mostert. Fucking Aaron Grimes. Wouldn't play Carson Wentz. I don't think, personally, as much as I like Carson Wentz, I don't think we'd get along because he's super religious. You know, he seems like he'd be kind of dorky to hang around. But then again, he is Carson Wentz to God. So I would probably cream my pants if I had a chance to have a video with him. Someday I'll get there. See, all these other people, like, they just like, hey, look at my new house. Hey, look at my new Beamer. I wouldn't spend any of my YouTube money on that shit. I'd just straight up try to make the best videos possible. Oh, that's a sack. Wouldn't you guys like to see a fucking... I don't know what the style, like what how you classify those games where you say like if you do lose you have to do something, but I'd play something like that with like hard drugs with Johnny Manziel. Loser has to take a bump of coke. Why would I do this? None of the fuck. That's a horrible play. That's why the Browns suck. Hey, do you want to do a passing play where all the passes go to your fucking right tackle or middle linebacker? Ugh, ooh, these gross color rush uniforms, too. Defense is not playing horrible. I'm going to give you spoiler 2 right now. Because I might be recording it back-to-back. The next one of these videos that you're going to see, that's kind of like just a random, I'm going to do all undrafted. So the whole team will be made up of undrafted free agents. I think that will be actually not too shabby. The roster looks like it'll be pretty dang good. Oh! Did he get in? Oh, what a run, though. Who's that? Blackman? Justin Blackman. Beast. Let's punch it in with Trent. I don't know why so many people like Trent Richardson. Like, he's probably the most common player. Anytime I say, like, should I do something with a player? I was like, what about Trent Richardson? I don't get it. Was he really that polarizing? Like, he wasn't, I don't know. He wasn't that great in college. Like, he was a good running back. He wasn't a great running back. Wasn't like Todd Gurley. Someone like a Todd Gurley or something like that sucked, and then they became a bust. Like Trent Richardson. What's the story? Why does everyone like Trent Richardson? Maybe that's why I want to know. Like, he had one good year. Oh, there we go. He gets in. Because he's Trent Richardson's problem. I watched El Presidor. He's a Cleveland Brown fan. He dances. He would never hit a hole. He'd always try to, like, even though he's a power back, he ran like Brandon Jacobs, you know, the former New York Giant. The guy's so big, so massive, such a power back. Like, such a throwback to, you know, the Jim Browns and stuff, guys like that. Oh, my God. Come on. And they just dance. They try to run like a speed back. It was, I don't know, their downfall. All right, let's do this. Only done 5. Oh. Oh, fuck. Okay, we could do better. I think we all could do better here. What are we, 5 and 4? Definitely a lot better than what we did if I didn't edit these rosters. If I didn't edit these rosters, we'd be going for the current Cleveland Browns. Oh my God. This is probably how Johnny Manziel felt when he played. They always gave him like the worst situations too. I remember every time I watched the Browns the year they had Johnny Manziel playing, it's like, oh, Johnny Manziel's coming in. They decided to give him the second half when they're already down 30 and every pass is a goddamn Hail Mary. Oh, there we go. Nice first down. The Cordarrelle. I know that's probably one of the names too that people are like, oh my God, fucking Canadians can't pronounce. Cordarrelle. Don't give a fuck. We say things differently up in Canada, okay? I'm not wrong. Ooh. We'll fumble it. I definitely could scramble a little bit. I don't think this... I might have to change the playbook because I don't think the Browns playbook has much read option. I think Johnny Manziel, I think he has like 85 speed, 86 speed. Could utilize that. We're underutilizing our quarterback here. Oh. Wait. Good play by Doomerville. I hate... Like, they must have buffed that. That used to be open. Maybe it's just because of the difficulty. But for me, like, usually the A tight end is always... It's open more often than not. And I can't remember the last time I was able to hit that. Oh, we still got a chance? 52 seconds, down 8. All right. Continue just to throw the Hail Mary. See if Justin Blackman can get open here. Oh, fit that in. There we go. Patterson. balling out. No timeouts. Ugh, that's not looking good. Oh my god, what a catch! Shit, how is this happening? I thought that was interception for sure. I think that's Eric Weddle. That's like a fucking $85 going again. Oh my god, let's go. Don't fuck this up. There we go. Austin Seferian-Jenkins. Whew. Can't believe I fucking caught that. Oh look, we went for two. I didn't even. Fuck, I forgot about that. Hey, the Super Sim helped us out for once. Now we're in position to win this shit. Let's go. Fucking right. Way to start this. You know, me taking over on a high point. This is fucking exciting. I think. Let's go. Oh! This is sick, man. Let's get another look at that run. Oh my god. Rest in peace, whoever tried to do that. That run there was identical to the first run I ever had in high school. Like, literally the exact... Oh, they're not even going to show it! Literally the exact same thing. I fucking got in the open field, and then some guy was already, like, bent over trying to tackle me. I was like, okay, bud. I'm going to knock you into next week. Oh, shit. So we need a touchdown. Don't want to turn the ball over, but we have all the momentum. I know there's no momentum officially in Madden, but there is. Let's be honest. Oh, that was risky, but he held on. Make the hands on Cordero Patterson. What's the other one people hated? Kevin Bayard was another one on the Titans. People hated the way I said that. Kevin Bayard. Who the fuck else? There's a new on the Jags. Malik. Yeah, no, it's not how we pronounce that shit up in Canada, bro. M-A-L-I-K. Malik. I'm sorry I can't get down with them fucking country backwards ass names you have up there. I can't have a normal name like Michael, Peter, you know? Anyways, let's just talk about this crazy video, though. No. Ooh. We can win this game. This is gotta be. I'm gonna say right now, we can win this game. Probably top 10 games I've had on Madden. Well, we can't say that because we haven't played the full game. But top 10 games that I've super simmed I've had on Madden this year for sure. Maybe even top 5. Ooh, what a victory, man! That is crazy. A little bit of a cheese play there, but you had to finish that with a victory. Not only did you have the fucking big time catch to keep us in it, and then the go-ahead touchdown, opening drive. You had Trent Richardson just knock a guy next week. What a game! What a performance! Come on, let's make the playoffs. 4 touchdowns for Johnny Manziel. Let's go. The fuck, Ultimate Team fullback Don Tyree Poe. Why don't you make him a quarterback? Because he threw that touchdown against the Broncos last week. Alright, get the win. So now we can sit him a couple weeks here. Actually, by a couple weeks, I mean literally a week as we take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that means a late season matchup against the... Who we still have to play? We still have to play, or we will play. We got the Steelers, Bengals, and Steelers. So we got 3 games left to play, and I'm totally fine with that. Usually I don't like these to be super long, but that last game was so fun. Well, I might be singing a different tune after this game against the Steelers, but that was a great game. Shout out to everyone. Everyone played a big part. Also, shout out to the Super Sim for making that 2-point conversion for me. I don't know necessarily. I feel like I had the momentum on my side. I would have converted it, but you took the uncertainty out of my hands, even though I didn't want you to. Like, it seems like that would be a moment, right? Like, I hit continue the next moment, and then just automatically skip the 2-point conversion to tie it. Seems like that would be a moment you'd want to play. Come on, EA. Continue to buff it. But thank you for adding this Play the Moments feature, because if not, all my videos would take forever to do. So for my voice box, and for my fans' earbox, I don't like calling you guys fans. That sounds too big-headed of me. For my viewers, earboxes. Thank you for making condensed versions of these videos. All right, 6-4 on the season, not too shabby. I think we're tied for second in the AFC North. Just not too bad. And now we got the Steelers at home in front of the dog pound. Oh boy, come on, give me the ball. Hey, we got a touchdown. Third down alert, takeover. Okay. So every time I've done the Browns, hasn't been too shitty. I did the Browns Legends, and we had the Jim Brown emergence. That was really fun. We did the Browns Connect rebuild. Wasn't too bad. We had Deshaun Kaiser have a pretty exciting games. And this year has been not bad. So, I mean, shout out to the Browns for making... Don't be a pick. No. I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that. You know, way that linebacker would be able to track that ball. I'm sorry. But I'll kick that field goal. Roberto Iguayu with 10 wind. Maybe. Hey, we'll take that. Was my best kick. But when you're so good, when you're as good as I am, still, it still works. I make it look easy. Everybody get money. Dollar stand up. That's a Gucci Mane song. You guys like Gucci Mane? Gucci Mane? He was popular with the thugs when I was in high school. Brr! Ooh, Dustin Blackman. He's a bad man. I'm telling you, I hit stiff arm. I hit stiff arm every time I catch it, and he's getting yards after contact. I don't know what his stiff arm is, but it's looking aight. I remember he had super crazy jumping forever. Like, even when he was a bust on the Jags, he always had like 93, 94 jumping. He had some Byron Jones level of jumping. Stake off. Little slide. Don't want to get popped too bad by James Harrison or Lawrence Timmons. Both of those guys could probably knock our quarterback into next week, and more importantly, make him fumble. Ooh, great patience. Hit Justin Blackman. Here we go. Shrugs off another. Like, the initial contact, he cannot get fucking brought down. That was Mike Mitchell. That was a big-time hitter, and he just shrugged him off. All right, let's run it once. Nah, we don't want to run it. I want to try to keep balance of the game, but not at this point with 30 seconds left, C4. Come on, you idiot. You fucking silly goose over here. Oh. Just get out of bounds. Even then, man, look at these like, fuck. Everyone forget to wrap up tackle. They're all trying to go. It's like you're playing like an infant that doesn't understand how to play Madden. They just keep going for the hit sticks. No one's been able to wrap me up. I keep bouncing around. All right, who are we going to go to? We're going to go to the money combo. Josh Gordon for the first down. Burn the timeout. We could... Let's actually see if we can hit Richardson with the old goal line special over here. Little Saturday night special for all you Skinnerd fans out there. He's telling me not to run this play, but I disagree. I think I'm going to go with it. And we'll hit Trent Richardson for the touchdown. Yes! Third down alert. I certainly will take over this drive. 3rd and inches. Oh, okay. We'll hit him with the strong toss again, baby. In field goal range. I'll even take the field goal. Ooh. I don't know about this one. No way! Oh. How do you not get that block against the corner? Oh, that was so gay. Come on, man. You gotta hook me up better than that. Look at that. A week off Madden. Still money with the field goals. 20-6. Can't believe he didn't get that block. Can't believe that. Literally just like the guy tackled through the block. Oh, that was horrible. That was not very cool, game. Or that tackle is your cut. Looked like a tight end that was number 26 or something stupid like that. Let's throw it to the... What the fuck is my tackle doing at tight end? Do I only have one tight end on this roster? Alright, we're going for it on 4th down, baby. That's how we're going to roll, man. That's how we're going to roll. We're up a touchdown. And just how the things went in that game against Baltimore, we're just going to fucking riverboat on it the entire season. Boom. Wide open. The stiff arm, I told you, Justin Blackman's stiff arm is fucking lethal. I don't even think I touched it when I was boosting his stats up a little bit. Didn't even touch it though, boy. Let's go, bruh. Fucking go, bruh. Who wants it? Who wants it more? Hey, check down. Oh! Alright, they're just trying to make me force a pick there. I didn't overthrow that at all. Oh, that looks so designed. Like a obvious overthrow. Oh man, that was not cool. Like that was like scheduled or something. Like programmed in the game. Like you could see he like purposely overthrew that. Oh, that was lame. Try overthrowing this one, you bitch. Michael Floyd. Just another brick in the wall, baby. Burn the clock a little bit, but let's get a first down. First down, this game pretty much is over. Let's just keep trying to... I want to throw that deep ball. Someone's going to get open. And by someone, I mean our scrambling quarterback, Johnny Manziel, first down. Tick-tock goes the clock. I think the Raiders are 0-8. That is... Alright. 0-8 Raiders. That just goes to tell you, you never know. Any given Sunday really speaks through to this season. Oh. There we go. Nice little run there. This game's done. That's back to back. Well, I mean not back to back, but it is back to back. This will be back to back AFC North divisional wins for the Cleveland Browns. I say, with a full heart. Monsters. These guys are monsters. Yo, T-Rich. Boom. Oh, that's another first down. That would have been a fucking face mask if the game went on a little bit. That little play. Come on. Let's play clean. Let's play a clean game here. I don't want to go right back to the pass yet. Let's go, Trent. Oof. Who needs Ezekiel Elliott when you have Trent Richardson, right? The Buffalo Bills are destroying the Cincinnati Bengals. Ooh, nice little run there. I was impressed. I think it's going to be interesting to see like the final season stats. Like who actually is not trash. I know this might be a series that you guys might not have thought about. You may want to go do it on your own self. You might see who I had success with. And think maybe these guys deserve a second chance. Even though I juiced them a little bit, you can just see the way they play. Like right now, I feel like Justin Blackman. He's like what? He's probably like a 60, mid to high level 60. He'd probably be pretty solid to use and try to bring back around. I might have to keep that in mind for the next free agency period in my Eagles selected franchise mode. Trent Richardson, he looks all right. Ooh. Alright, let's see if we can take a shot to the end zone here. Nope, not going to let me. Maybe we'll get a runoff. I think maybe I could have left RG3 on this roster as a bust. I think RG3 is deemed a bust. As far as been like injuries and all that stuff. I don't know. That's a tough call. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below, huh? Alright, now we're going to sim a bunch of games, and if it looks like we're in the playoff hunt, or we already have something locked up, we might not play the last two games, and maybe just the last one, because we're almost at 45. I like to keep this around an hour. Like I said, you guys are probably getting ready for New Year's Eve, a New Year's Eve banger. You don't want to be, caught up here trying to watch your boy C4 too much. So let's sim here against the Giants next week. But I'm liking this, man. This is fun. This is something I highly recommend some of you guys do. If you're bored with Madden, don't want to be, there's too many family members you hate, you just want to go off in your room and be by yourself. Maybe taking an all-bus team, CFM, could be alright for you. Boop, 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 boop. So we're 8-4 going against the 8-4 Bengals. Play that. We'll play this one a little bit less though. I'm with this. This just because I don't want to like so obviously try to make the playoffs. I will only play if it's in the red zone. If I get into the red zone, I will play it. Like they give you right now a lot of times. It's just third downs. I will not take over. I'll only take over if it's in the red zone. So let's see if this Browns team can do it on their own self. And then we still have the Steelers. I think it's the Steelers the final week. And we'll play that one full in the moment, or whatever the fuck this is called. Look at that hairline on Trent Richardson. That is a dank hairline. Is that what the kids use? And look at that. Look at the sideburns on Blackman. Like these guys look like fucking like shitty TV show characters from like the 80s. There's Johnny Manziel. You know? Snowstorm. It's a snowstorm everywhere Johnny Manziel goes. Didn't Josh Gordon get a job at like a car dealership or something like that? Try to show that like, hey, I understand my mistakes, so I'm going to get a decent job. Oof. There we go. Red zone will take over. Let's try strong flood. Get it started with a pass. Here we're in front of the dog pound. Let's get him excited. Oh, nice little scamper from Johnny Manziel. 10 yards, bring it up to the 7. Let's convert this shit. I think we'll go run one more time. And on second down, I'm good to go against the grain here. Go pass first down, run second down if we have to. Because that pitch play is money. But so is this to Justin Blackman. Touchdown. Let's go. I would not. If this was my team, I would not let any of these players have the hand warmers because you know there's drugs. So it'd be like a heroin needle, fucking doobie, you know? Is that what kids call it nowadays? God damn. Mothers against DARE program. You know, you guys gotta go in the DARE program. It's the gayest thing ever. Alright, let's see what we can do. Good patience, good pocket. I'll lead him. Just lead him. Boom! Cordarrelle Patterson. Go ahead, touchdown. Well, I mean, we still got to make the extra point, but potential go ahead touchdown. Great. I'm throwing that one up to the offensive line. They let that play develop. They gave me plenty of time to step back there with Johnny. And look at this. They're going to get points before the end of the first half. Oh, of course they would, though, right? Of course they would. Oh. Oh, no. No good. They were in the red zone. Score quickly. Ooh. That throw on the run, though. I think he gets like 88 throw on the run, and I'm feeling it. He's so good. Like, that was a perfect pass. Picture perfect pass. I'm going to go, just because it's so close, I think I'll give them a little bit of C4 here to end this game. Oh, there you go. There's your little bit of C4. A big time. There's a 10-yard sack. Oh, we only need a fucking field goal, too. Most times, a little dash of C4 is good in your life, but sometimes it's just not good for you. Oh, wide open. That pass interference, anything. Something on that. Come on. Oh, y'all know. If you're a Browns fan. I don't know. I don't want to say, I don't watch. This is like a completely uneducated opinion. Seems like the Bengals will be one of those teams that gets away with a lot of bullshit. Just like their style of defense, like they're super tough type defense. They seem like they get away with a lot of shit. A lot of questionable calls. I could be completely wrong. You could be a Bengal fan going like, actually, we get fucking whored all the time. That could be very well the case. I'm just going to say, with a completely uneducated opinion, it seems like the Bengals will be one of those teams that gets favorable calls. Oh, let's go! Oh, there we go. That's fringe field goal range. For me, Jesus Christ, that's automatic. So let's chew the clock here a little bit. Maybe hit him with a strong flood. Biggest thing here, no turnovers, no sack. We might be able to eat actually one sack and still have a chance of making a field goal, but Let's just keep it simple. Gain some yards. Look, they know. They're worried. They're taking the timeouts. Halfback dive. Trent, let's go. Ooh. All right, 1 yard. Let's just keep running it. I'm content with this range. Hopefully we can get a first down. Here we go. Oh, Aloka with the big time hit. All right, one more run, and then we'll be good to win this game. So, I mean, I'm undefeated against the AFC North here. Okay. Ooh, ooh. I see you fucking chew the clock. I saw that. Trying to make me mess up. That should be good. Don't fucking come on. Oh. Not cool, Madden. Not cool. How you gonna do that? How are you gonna... That is definitely a form of sexual orientation. That's probably the best way to describe what just happened. Ugh. Oh, man. Why? Why did that happen? I don't know. We're still not eliminated. That was a bad loss. Like, unless, like, the 3 teams... Like, there's a chance that with all these records, 3 teams from the AFC North could make it into the playoffs, but I don't know. We're going to see. Boop, 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 boop. Nine and 6. So let's take a look at the standings here. I think we're gonna probably be on the outside looking in for the playoffs. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just sim this. We're not gonna make the playoffs. Ugh. Why? Block field goal. Thanks, EA, for adding that into the game. That's what so many people wanted. Because block field goals happen, what? 1 in a million. Yeah, it didn't make the playoffs. We'll take a look here at the stats. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. We finished 9 and 7. That's not too shabby at all. With this idea. I think it's just little fun videos here. Occasionally I'll have not really a brain fart, but I just want to have a series later upload. I don't want to come at you with a super hot frequency of videos of one certain series. So I'll have a free day every now and again. I just do videos like this, little random. So if you did like it, smash the like button as we take a look at the stats. John Manziel, 3,200 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, 12 picks. Not bad. Running the ball, Trent Richardson was a monster. Look at that. Almost 1,400 yards if you're rounding up. And 10 rushing touchdowns. Manziel, 350 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Toby Garrett with 6 rushing touchdowns. Receiving, no 1,000-yard receiver, unfortunately. Blackman, 855 and 7. Safarian Jenkins, 750 and 4. Cordero Patterson, 821 receiving yards and 8 touchdowns. Josh Gordon with 414 and 4. Defensive side of the ball, we had 120 tackles from Rolando McClain, 107 from Mingo. 10.5 sacks. 11 sacks from Jarvis Jones, 10.5 from Mingo, 8 from Jordan, 5 from Copples. Unfortunately, we all know who the actual beast is that didn't get involved. Emmanuel Ogbah is, the hidden gem maybe of this year's Madden. Sack numbers, though, pretty good. 4 interceptions from McClain, 3 from Kyle Wilson, 3 from P.J. Williams, and 3 from Milner. Kicking, Aguayo, 79%, not good. And a 55-yarder, congrats to you. But yeah, that will do it for the series, or not the series, the episode, guys. So thank you guys for watching. If this is your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. All that good shit. And until next time, maybe leave me a comment in the comment section below about different, types of, one-offs that I can do. Like I said, the next video is probably going to be next week sometime, which will be the first week of 2017. So you can stay tuned. There's going to be expansion franchise mode. Eagles Year 3 franchise mode will be making a return. But I'm always up for more videos like this. So I think the next one I'm going to do is all undrafted team, which actually looks like it will be pretty fun, aside from the quarterback. So that, but like I said, suggest away. I'm open to doing pretty much everything. I've heard like Blue Mountain State rosters would be cool. Hopefully I can find someone that downloads that. I was a big fan of that show. Other things I've thought about, all mock draft. I've done, 4 or 5 years of mock drafts here on YouTube. I can maybe take, all the mock drafts that I did for the Eagles and put them on the Eagles and see what that team does in a year. Stuff like that. So yeah, always let me know. I'm always open for suggestions. But that does it for me today, guys. Thank you for watching. And until next time, it's your boy C4 saying